in terms of what we call intimacy, and sort of saying only us. You sort of bestow only to us, actually, to be your messenger of reformation of creation. And they are the messenger of reformation, but they are not the messengers of the purpose of creation. Because the purpose is to receive, not to bestow. And they say, in that respect, that in terms of devotion, in terms of simile, we are closer to the quality of bestowal, because we sort of we express and act upon that quality or that nature. Okay, but that nature is not able actually to fulfill the purpose of creation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so but it's as though they don't have sort of the sense that they are the only one. Yeah.
Yes.
The sense of exclusivity. Exclusivity is very important in terms of intimacy. Okay, so exclusivity is trying to actually say how can be a copulation on something that is completely in opposition to you. As you sort of assign us exclusively to reform them. So why actually you're giving those vessels of reception, which are sort of the opposite of your nature, the jewel, you can say, the jewel of your expression, which is Torah. Okay.
I understand all of this, but there is something at the core of this idea that is a contradiction. And
it's because you perceive angels as forces apart from ourselves. But angels, when they express themselves, they need to express themselves with the dress of the world they were assigned to. So basically, angels are people in our world.
Yeah.
Because they have to dress according to this place. So it's a force within us.
Mm-hmm.
It's a force within us which we will find it sort of defying and sort of in contradiction and in even sort of anger with the will to receive, with its growth, with its defiance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is connected to the lampstand. I think I understand, but I want to be certain that the creator, or the king in the metaphor, in the allegory, comes with the lampstand, but recognizes that that's not the way to do it, and therefore we need to bring the lampstand as we create it.
So the first what we encounter is that there is a will of the king to visit the layperson. So something within created this kind of link which is not obvious. Why he would like to actually visit not another king, but this layperson. And the layperson is preparing himself within the terms, the best terms of what he can perceive from what he has. Meaning that upon us is not to match ourselves to the vessel of the king, is to do our best with what we've got. Okay? Because there is a need for the sentiment that what the king is looking for is the sentiment. And the sentiment is within the preparation, not with the result of it. Anyhow, the result of it, meaning the vessel will be sort of prepared with the force or power of the king. But the intention and the sentiment of preparation is upon us.
Mm-hmm.
So if we hide it in that respect, and why we hide it? We hide it in comparison. And because we're ashamed, because we think as we think, not as the king thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A king is actually trying to promote the preparation of his coming. Okay, so it's in a way a conversation on two different levels. Still, they come to the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Till they eat in the evening, they eat dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so there isn't
Yeah.
sort of a better understanding of what it means actually to prepare. And then we're going into what it means to actually, it doesn't say light the menorah. It actually suggests that there is an action of elevation, בעלותך, okay? When you will rise to be able to actually use the amalgam of the two oppositions.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
actually, it's rising above reason.
Yes,
So
which is
it's yeah in the three parts or the triangle of preparation of our work. It suggests that apart from in the name of what, which is the Shem Yichud, we're saying that our work actually is to rise, to tie, and to reform in its root. This is the three. So we start because something allow us to in the previous, well, I would say in the previous portion of Nassau, something allowed us, so sort of elevated us into the ability to see where to. And then we came back, and now we have the instruction how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And how to get there is through this rising ourselves to be able to bring back the light, not for it, but for us. So all the preparation of the layperson is for himself, is to recognize actually the state of his vessel and the state of his sentiment towards the king. It starts, as I said, the ability starts with Jacob. So something at night, in the form of a dream, raised him to be able to recognize where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the sort of first time it's an actualization of what is possible when we have a head, גלגלת ועיניים, in the form of the priest and Leviim. Okay, and then how can we raise ourselves to become one body?
Mm-hmm.
And this is through the third line, which is Menorah, which is Menorah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It means Norah is
Yeah.
actually a name of the third line.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because it has in it the two aspects. Okay, of the wonder and um, and a sublime state uh, with a vessel of fear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's the left with the right.
Fear in the
Create
sense of awe.
yeah, fear in terms of fearing fearing to misuse,
Yeah.
fearing to not get it,
Mm-hmm.
to miss it. Yeah. So this, so it's awesome. Yeah.